5 years ago, I genuinely thought that this was the perfect Bayverse display, and honestly, I was pretty proud of it. But the deeper I got into collecting, especially with study series and oversized figures, the more I started noticing things that I couldn't unsee. Scale, proportion, and pain. And once I started fixing those, the shelf escalated fast. So today, I just want to casually walk you through where my collection is at now, what changed, what I upgraded, and what I would probably change if I started collecting now. So this is my study series Autobot shelf. As you can see, it have all of the live action movie figures, mainly from the first movie, second movie, and third movie. Look at all of them. I'm really proud of this shelf. This is my most favorite shelf. In here we have study series Jazz. This is my 15th anniversary version. I honestly love this version way more than the original study series 10 Jazz, simply because of this paint job. It has a much more movie accurate paint job with darker silver and also darker blue for all of the transparent blue plastic on the figures. And of course, I also custom paint my figures a little just to cover the plastic areas that he has and makes the colors in overall blend together better. Jazz definitely still one of my most favorite figures despite the fact that he have a pretty big backpack. But his articulation is pretty good even though he doesn't really have many key points of articulation. But next to him, just get out here, you can see that right now I put this Bumblebee is a blocky Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. It's replacing my 2007 Study Series 49 Bumblebee at the moment because it just looks way better. Right now, the Study Series 49 Bumblebee over here is in a different shelf. So we'll come back to that later. But this Bumblebee, definitely my favorite Bumblebee right now. And if you shake it a little, you can even see that the eyes actually have colors. Perfectly beautiful. And of course, this guy already posted a video about this guy, how I custom painted him. So you can see that he also get a different paint job from the original model right now. I like how this look way better now. And then behind us, we have Study Series Squad, the Dark of the Moon version, Study Series Dino, and then we have Study Series Ironhide over there, the 2007 version, but with the DNA upgrade kit, so that it can cover my Dark of the Moon design too. And then here we have the Byway TW1022EX, the more painted version. So we have that in there, and then of course we have Study Series Wheeljack or Q. And then I have the motorcycle RC, Elite 1, and Chromia. I have not reviewed this sister on the channels yet, but I absolutely love them. So look at this. The original version, not so much, but after I custom painted them, I just absolutely love how they turned out, especially RC. Look at that. They're just so tiny, but they have so much intricate details packed into them. It's just amazing. And then of course, if you wonder, this is the stand that I get from the YOLO Part MK Pro version. Specifically from the last night Optimus Prime. And up here I have my Study Series number 44, the original version. But you can notice that at the back over there, I do have the bigger Byway trailer. Because I think it's just scaled way better with this collection, especially the chest wing. The original Study Series 44 trailer is just way too small. Then down here, of course, there's some tiny dude, Willy, and Brain. That's come with the Study Series 56 Shockwave. I also custom painted them and I absolutely love how they turn out too. Initially, they just have like black colors and blue colors, but now they have a little more silver. So that just looked way better in my eyes. And of course, we have Steel Jaws along with our records. This is Ladfoot, over there is Roadbuster, and Topspin. And at the back, Study Series Dark of the Moon Ratchet, along with Study Series Revenge of the Fallen Jones. And they have all of the weapons of Study Series Optimus Prime and Jetfire put onto that weapon rings. You may notice that this weapon rings also got painted, so that's why you can see that it's all silver now instead of light gray plastic, like the original Byway version. And then of course, this is one of my proudest pieces. It's not a 33 pieces, obviously. It's just the Dark of the Moon orbital exhaust carriers. And I absolutely love these figures. I hope that the 33 will actually make an alternative version or a newer version of this design in the future so that we can army build. But as of now, this guy will stay on my study series shelf. Speaking of Optimus Prime, I have another Optimus Prime up here, which is the 15th anniversary Optimus Prime. Also, my custom versions, you can see there's more painted colors in there, but this is the shelf for the forest battle with the diorama and my custom Rondor. So this Rondor is basically just the M05 KO oversized 3308 blackout, but I repainted it so that it looked more like Rondor in the movie. I just think that massive scale actually looked too good with 30 series. This might be a little too big. So if you have the MPM blackout or the KO 1:1 scale MPM blackout, it might work out better. But then of course, the original paint will not look so good. And then over there we have the Byway Megatron. I do have the original 33 Megatron as well that I repainted, but it's not on the shelf right now. I like this version a little better because it's a little bigger than the original 3313. And then over there we have 33 Starstream, the number 21. I also repainted that one. It used to be one of my favorites when I collect small figures and realized that the articulation for that Starstream is just too outdated. But this is absolutely one of my favorite show displays. I used to display a different Optimus on here, but now I just love the 30 series more because it can pull up more poles and be more dynamic. So that is the overall forest battle shelf. And as a quick look, I have a different version, the old KO oversized version of the Deluxe A of Tinction strip up there. Repainted videos also on channels. Then we have the Dark of the Moon DR, the Dark of the Moon left foot here, A of Tinction How, and then another, the original 33 2007 Megatron. Up there I have the universal head of Bumblebee. And then here is another Optimus that I no longer play with, but I just put it up here. This is the LS03, but a custom battle damage version. This version still looks fantastic. But then later on you know why he stand up here now. And this is my Optimus Prime the Advanced version. This used to be displayed on my forest battle shelf, but now I just put him in the box because his articulation is just not as good as the 30 series one. But as a standalone figure, it is arguably still the best Optimus Prime figures at the Voyager scale. Simply because not only the robot mode is good, but the vehicle mode is almost flawless. It's as good as a leader class version. And it has so many accessories, have the battle plates in there, and it have the Iron Blaster integrated as well, even though not exactly movie accurate, but still. Let's going down here, we have the Last Night shelf. So you can see that this is my 33 Mohawk. That is the Last Night How. And then this is just the KO payload that I bought, the 3349 here, because right now we don't have 33 the Last Night Bumblebee, so I use that as a stand-in for now. Just with the weapon from the MPM version. And then we have 33 Evolution Rift. And that is the KBB oversized version of Lockdown. That version scaled really well with the Yolopart MK Pro series Optimus Prime. And this Optimus Prime is where I got that display stand from my main Autobot stand. I think that display stand worked out way better than any of other stands that are available on the market. And here we have 33 Hot Rod, my 33 The Last Night Crosshair, of course my custom version. There we have 33 The Last Night Barricade, and 33 A Protection Optimus Prime. All of them are custom painted version and many of them have repainted videos or tutorials on the channel too. This is my AO Attention concept art KSI Widow. And that is KSI Galvatron Perfect Study Series. And that is my custom Study Series Nitro Zeus. Technically it's the last night Voyager class Nitro Zeus just got painted up. The original version looks all white and then it just painted in silver. And back there is my KO the last night Voyager class Megatron. The color scheme is actually mostly like that. It's already come like that, so it's beautiful. They just have to put on some red. And then over there I have my Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, just a custom painted Extinction version. And of course, if we take out Optimus Prime over there, you can see locked out too. 33 locked out. It still look beautiful, especially from the front, but I do hope that we'll get a new version coming in the future. And of course, over there we have 33 Stingers. So this shall have all of my Extinction and the last 9 figures except the giant characters. And then down here is my main Decepticon shelf. You can see that most of them are Decepticon from the first, second, and third movie. Mainly the third movie. Here we have 33 Dark on the Moon Soundwave, 33 2007 Barricade. This is also the 15th anniversary version of Barricade. I just think this version have way better colors in comparison to the original 33 Barricade. Mainly because some of the plastic joints down here on the original version, they are white gray plastic. But now they are darker gray plastic or almost black. So I think that just worked out way better. And of course he's holding like 3D painted gun I just bought online. And then all of the red teams are here. We have Hatchet, Crowbar, Crankcase over there. Original 33 Shockwave, Byway Shockwave. Byway Shockwave have a different head and it's a little taller, so I think it scale a little better. This is my 33 Sentinel Primes with the DNA design upgrade kit. And this one is technically a Byway 2007 Megatron, but I put the original 2007 33 Megatron on there. And then my 33 is now displayed in vehicle mode. This one got displayed in robot mode because it have the correct chest. And then we have 33 2007 Bone Crusher, 33 2007 Brawl, 33 Blackout. And then of course over there we have a Yellow Part MK Pro Series Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Honestly, I think this Revenge of the Fallen Megatron scale perfectly with 30 series. Because Megatron is supposed to be 35 feet tall, so that scale actually worked out way better than the 33 Megatron. But then on this shelf, I don't put the Yellow Part MK Pro Series Megatron up here because it's too big to scale with the 30 series Optimus Prime Megatron on the shelf. But frankly, it scaled really good with all of the deluxe class figures, just not Voyager class or leader class as of now. But this is a shelf. This is also one of my favorite shelves. Beautiful. And then down here we have my Revenge of the Fallen shelf. With this is my custom 33 Devastator. So all of the figures that got combined, all of them got custom painted. So that is my 33 Strappers. And of course this version have the DNA design upgrade kit put on here. That's why he look this nice. With the accurate head. Look at that. I really love the mouse colors. I just painted that frosty paint and a little sandy. Look at that. Down here of course we have scrap metal, high towers, and the other version. I just absolutely love especially Mix Master because I paint him up so much. Look at that. And then of course down here I have two of my favorite figures, even though they are not study series figures. I do hope that study series version of them will come in the future. Those are the Cyberverse Mustflap and Cyberverse Kid, and of course they can transform. And that's another Sam Witwicky, but I just repainted that to make it a different characters. Sam Friends. And that is my 33 Revenge of Fallen Bumblebee with the movie accurate chest. I absolutely love that version. It's the best version out of all of the 33 Bumblebee in my opinion. It just have that orangey yellow colors that Bumblebee have, which is iconic. And then of course over here we have some of the main attraction for Revenge of Fallen movie. We have the namesake Revenge of Fallen, the Fallen himself right there, also custom painted. And of course we can't miss Jet Power Optimus Prime. Beautiful. This is also one of my favorite versions. I do have the Byway Jetfire with a KO DNA upgrade kit, but I just haven't had the time to open it yet and custom painted it yet, so I haven't put it on here. But right now this guy got decked out with custom painted part from my 33 Jetfire. And down here we have Scourge. This Scourge comes with the KO oversized M05 weight change version, so that's why it's bigger than the original 33 Scourge, and it also have one extra joy on the tails, so a little more articulated. And then behind there, if you look very sneakily, you can see my 33 Ravage in there, the version that comes with 33 Radar, of course custom painted too. I absolutely love how this guy turned out. And over there we have 33 Sideways, and inside we have 33 Rampage, and then behind the Fallen we have my KO version of 33 Strapper, because the original Strapper is already here. And that KO version, it actually have like the weapons have a metal chains attached to it, so I just love that version better as an individual robot. And then we have 33 Mixmaster in the front. This is probably my favorite 33 Constructicon. He just looks so intricate, and after you paint him up you can see that it's just so much mechanical details going on here. I just love how this guy looks. He's, of course, is a weird Bayverse Decepticon. An animated fan or G1 fan would probably hate this guy to death, but for me, I think he looks badass. It just looks iconic. I don't know. It just looks very unique. I really love the bug face that the Microphase movie put on Auto Decepticon. And down here we have my big shelf. The shelf for all of the big characters. So here's my long haul. This is actually the empty version of long haul. It's very big in comparison to regular 33 figures. So just for scale comparison. So just leave in here, you can see how much bigger he is in comparison to Mixmaster or even to 33 Devastator. But I think this version scale better with the deluxe class version. That's why I like to use this version as long haul more than the original long haul, which is just as small as this payload. It's just way too small. But this guy is actually the perfect scale. If Soundwave is 15 feet, then this guy being 30 feet makes sense. But unfortunately, with most Voyager and leader class figures, he's just way too big. So that's why right now he lives down here. But that is my empty long haul. And then we have the LS05 BMB Grimlock. I really love that version. I put a little more paint on him too. He is the biggest Grimlock on the market right now, at least until the 33 Titan class version come out. And then we have the Byway Strip with another KO Bumblebee here. Just the KO 33 high octane colors. And then we have the BMB LS11 Scourge over there. With this is Scavenger, also the empty version, because I think the original Scavenger is way too small. So I absolutely need a bigger Scavenger. I do hope that in the future we get Demolisher as well. Demolisher is a wide version. So that's we have us complete the collection. So now let's go down here. Down here in this small shelf we have all of my 33 Rise of the Beast figures. You can see that they are all include the original one and KO one. So over there are the slightly oversized Airplane and slightly oversized Optimus Prime. And then those one over there, Byway Optimus Prime, Byway Scourge, that's 33 battle strap there, with 33 Rhinox, Cheetah, 33 RC, 33 Double Punch, and of course we have Freezer here with the tiny little Noir Diaz that's come with both of the KO version of 33 Rise of Beast Optimus Prime. This have the Byway version and the MXZ version. I absolutely love the minifigures that come with those Optimus. And here's my premium painted version of the 33 Mirage. This shelf, also one of my favorite custom shelf. I absolutely paid so much time into painting these figures right here. And then next to them, of course, we have the Bumblebee version. So down here we have 33 Ravage, 33 Soundwave right there, the new 33 Volkswagen Bumblebee. This is my non-transforming chum pattern Bumblebee. It used to be my favorite one, but now I'm afraid that the 33 already take its spot. Even though in robot mode, the 33 version is not as good and it's a little too big, but it has a vehicle mode at least. And then we have 33 Shockwave. I bought 3 of the stickers, including Blitzwing, Thundercrackers, and Trust. Then of course we have Shatter and Rock Kicks back there, with Wheeljack, the Bumblebee movie version, and Bra. Still a decent shelf. And then here is my main bigger shelf. So this shelf have most of my KO oversized MPM's version. So we have KO oversized Starstream, KO oversized Megatron from 2007. All of them are the BMB version, so they are the biggest version on the market. And this is my KO oversized 33 Brawl. So it's the old Pioneer version, not the MPM KO. Then we have Barricade here. And then on this shelf I have the Yellow Part MK Pro Series Soundwave. It doesn't mix in perfectly, but I think the scale worked out perfectly because that is how big the Bayverse version is supposed to be in comparison to the Bumblebee movie version. So the scale worked out perfectly. And then of course over there we have the CE version, the Cyber Era version of Dark Moon Soundwave. I just love that version. Next, go all the way down here, we have my edition of the last 9 big scale figures, mostly MPM scale figures. Of course, most of them are just KO version. With this is the VT1 KO version of the Unique Toys Lockdown, along with the 2 dogs, and then we have the BS03, the KO and improved version of the Unique Toy Challenger, also made by BMB, and then I also have the BMB version of the last 9 KO version of Unique Toys Megatron. And then on the way down here we have the tiny Grid. This one is also the KO undersized version of the Metagate Rift. And then back there I have my Jada Optimus Prime, just a truck mod from the 2007 movie. It scaled really well with MPM figures. And then at the back over there you can see that I have a giant truck right there with a trailer. That is actually a popcorn bucket from the Rise of Beast movie. And right now inside this popcorn bucket I just use it to carry all of my accessory and part for all of the Transformer figures. So it's pretty much just a glorified storage bucket. And that kind of worked out nicely. And then going up to this scale, of course, I cannot miss the Transformer 2007, the original Autobot team. So this is right now my favorite shelf. And over there you can see right away those 2 Optimus Prime figures are the reasons why my LS03, the custom painted battle damage version, is no longer displayed on the main shelf. So here we have the KO 1:1 scale version of Jazz. Then we have the T11 KO oversized of MPM Ratchet. And then we have the Black Apple BMB version of Ironhide. This one is the Legendary Toys Bumblebee. which is pretty much just a KO 1-to-1 scale of the MPM03 Bumblebee. And of course, that is my BMB version of a Black Apple Optimus Prime, alongside the MC003F, which is just a KO Dark of the Moon version of the 30DOX Optimus Prime. And that's one I currently have a custom head on it. It's bigger than the original head and it has more details. I just love this head much more than the original head that comes with this MC003F. Look at all of them. This is the original team that got me hooked into the whole Transformer franchise. Because I grew up with live action movie, it's just unthinkable to not have the team on the show. This is the Last Night Bumblebee car. This is a really interesting car. So it actually have light and sound too. And of course, I love that. The engine sound and the light never get me bored. And of course for this car, all of the car. Oh yeah. So I actually have different alarm on the car. And you have seat in there too. Those are dice cut vehicles that I just collect alongside my main Transformer figures. And it looks quite interesting. Of course, this guy is the Last Night car, but I just think that it's paired really nicely with the MPM scale figures. So I just put it on the shelf. Standing behind the Black Apple Optimus Prime there is my Killer Body Frenzy. Right now, it's got its plate inside the box. And it just have the figures inside there. I absolutely love the box displays. This guy, because it doesn't scale with any of the MPM scale figures, so that's why I just keep it in the box because it'll be too big staying outside. But it's really nice to see such a fancy box displays. Kind of works. So right now, I just leave it him in the box right there. Honestly, after collecting figures for so long, I just realized that scaling is more important than most of the other aspects for collecting Transformers. So if I can start over, I'll definitely start with study series figures. They're very small, fun to play with, and they are very affordable. And they look so nice together, as you can see them. Even though the scaling between them is not 100% movie accurate, but I think that is good enough, especially when you want to have as many characters as possible from all of the movies' design. That is just not possible for big scale like MPM scale or KO oversized MPM scale, because those figures are way too big. And for giant characters like the Dinobot down here, or the Constructicon, or even Devastator, they are just way too big for the MPM scale to possess all of them in a correct accurate scale. So for me, if I can start over, I'll definitely try to restrain myself better and not pick up big scale figures, just so that I can go with the scaling accuracy across all of my figures. But yeah, this is my current collection. I absolutely love all of this guy. It's just a beautiful world building. Let me know what you think.